All right. So, topic for the day. What are some of the important lessons that you either learned in college or you wish you knew going into college?
Okay.
Now, for myself, and we all know this, we've all heard the stories about people picking the wrong major, doing this, that, the other. I want to start off by saying, of course, college is not for everybody.
Fact.
You know, there are certain people who are made for it, and other people who I think you should go into either trade school or try to start a business or try to do something else other than spending thousands upon thousands of dollars
That's
for the
expensive, bro.
exactly for the piece of paper, as they say. So if you're going into college, you need to one pick a major worth your money.
Fair.
Pick a major that you are interested in, that you want to do, that you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Try not to go into college with the mindset that a lot of people had in high school, where I'm just here to have fun. My first year of college, I remember seeing a lot of people who did not know what they wanted to do. I was like, yo, why are you here? I'm like, oh, no, I'm just here for a good time.
But that's also a lot of money for a good time.
Exactly. It's a lot of money for a good time. And I'm be honest with you, they didn't make it through the first semester. A lot of them ended up leaving. Just kind of like, why are you spending all this money to take classes that you took in high school? It's like, what's the point? You need to have an idea of where you're going for these 4 years. You don't want to waste the 4 years that you're given. You know,
bro.
because we've spoken to a lot of people who have already graduated college, and some of them really regret the decisions they made during college, and you don't want to be one of those people, man. They're not sad. They're pretty unhappy because they're paying off these student loans for a degree that they're not even using no more.
Fact.
So make sure when you're going into college, you have an idea of what you want to do, and don't feel pressured to go into college, because a lot of people feel like they need to go to college in order to be successful.
You don't got to.
No, you don't. It's just what you want to do. Are you going into the branches that are going to make you successful in college? So that's the first thing. Next thing, don't feel pressure to smoke weed, do drugs, or drink alcohol. That's not the thing what you're doing there. You're there for school. You're there to do work. Of course, we know everyone will indulge in those things. And if you want to, feel free.
I also think everything's good in moderation.
Exactly.
It's like if you're
Exactly.
smart with it, it's okay.
Of course. But don't feel the need to do it just because everyone else is doing it. Listen, man. A lot of people are followers at the end of the day. A lot of people are. You don't need to be a follower. Make yourself a little bit different than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Show them that, hey, listen, I don't want to participate in those things. And I guarantee you, there will be people who follow in that foot.
True.
They see you doing that, and they're like, damn, you know what? I kind of like that mindset that other person has. I'm gonna go with them. And then you might have the people around you that don't do those things that can kind of give you that support system to wherein, you know, you're going in. We're not doing these things. We're actually staying focused. We're actually going to the library and actually studying, setting yourself up with those people around you that are like-minded in that regard.
Yeah.
Now, if that's something that you want to indulge in, by all means, you're free. You're a young person. That's just what kids do these days. But I just don't want young people to feel pressured into doing those things.
Makes sense.
Another thing, once again, don't feel pressured to participate in hookup culture. You know, there's a lot of kids who feel the need that, oh, once I'm free from my parents' house, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that, I'm going to hook up with Sarah, I'm going to go hook up with Mike, I'm going to go do this. No. Running up your body count, man or woman, ain't really the best thing to be doing in college. The reason why you're in college is for an education. At the end of the day, you're not paying money like in high school, you didn't pay no money. In college, you're paying your own money.
Facts.
So you need to stay focused. You need to be continuously on your grind, doing what you're supposed to be doing for yourself. Of course, if you get a girlfriend, you get a boyfriend, that's fine. But those things won't really bring you the happiness, and those things aren't going to get you to graduation. Those aren't what you're there to do. You can get girls after college. You can get girls on the weekends. You don't need to do that when it's like during the school time, man. You got to stay focused at the end of the day. I've seen a lot of my friends get distracted by women, and I want women too. I get it.
We lost a lot of homies.
We lost a lot of homies because of that, man. And it's sad to see because there are people who have tried to get back on track. I'm like, bro, go to class. Stop chasing these girls. Bro, do your work. Stop chasing these girls, bro. Like, focus. And they don't. They don't listen to me. And now they didn't graduate. They're not here, you know? So that and first and foremost, man, I know there's a lot of young people who are very horny. They just want to do their thing. And I get it because I myself was one of them. But kind of like what Tyler said, man, all within moderation. Of course, you can do those things, but make sure you're going to class. Make sure you're doing your work. Make sure you're talking to your teachers and making sure they're up to date with all the stuff that you got to get to. Because at the end of the day, you're going to college to graduate and get your degree, to start your life.
Facts.
You're not there to hook up with people. You're not there to do drugs.
trying to
You're
get a
not
career.
there to drink alcohol. You're there to get a career. You're there to set yourself up for the future. And you're there to make your life better.
Yeah.
By you doing those things that are to your detriment at the end of the day. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Secular things, I guess, along the lines of temporary happiness.
Yeah.
Set yourself up for permanent happiness.
Yeah.
Once you finish out those 4 years, bro, you never got to go back. You're like, oh, I got the degree. I'm done. I'm set up. I'm going to go into my career. Next thing, join a club. Be social. That's one of the regrets I have. Of course, I was social on my campus. People knew me.
We were quite social.
Yeah, of course. However, I really wished I joined a club.
Really.
Yeah, I wish I joined a sports club specifically. That would have been it would have been
yeah.
cool, man. I
That would've
didn't
been
know, and I didn't pay attention to those things back then. And frankly, I remember someone telling me before I got into college, "Hey, join a club," and I just pushed it to the side. I really didn't even think about it that much. But going back, if I could have, I would have joined a soccer club, without a doubt. I would have made more friends. I would have been actually active
True.
going out there, and I would have been in a sport that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah.
Of course, I ain't on the professional soccer team for the school, but like I'm still on the
You
weekends
still
being
enjoy
able
the sport itself.
exactly, and I'm on weekends being able to go hang out with those people. Who's to know who you end up meeting?
Exactly.
Meet like-minded folks who, one, enjoy the sport,
True.
two, is college educated, kind of like you, and are on the same type of grind. You know, so that also adds to the social aspect of not just going to, of course, the parties and all those other things just on campus, but also getting involved in the club and meeting like-minded folks. And the last thing would just be to make friends with your professors. The main reason I say make friends with your professors, man, is because once you graduate, you can still use those same professors in your work life, wherein they can give you advice, they can be your mentor. A lot of the things in this world is who you know. Sometimes those same professors can end up helping
Bro,
you
they
get
help
a
you get a
job.
job, bro.
Exactly. And a lot of kids, they're afraid of their professors.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to.
It's like an intimidation type of thing.
Exactly, because they're the professor, you're the student type stuff. However, I don't want y'all to get that kind of a feeling, man. They're there to help you.
Literally.
You're paying their
Like, that's their
bills.
job, bro.
You know, that's exact. They show up every day to
help.
support you.
Exactly.
So utilize those services. Utilize all the money that you're paying the school for those things.
Thousands of dollars.
Exactly, man. So those would be my things that I'd say. Going back to college, if anyone is in college or going into college, would be some of the most important things that you want to remember. You know.
All right, so some of mine are going to overlap. I do think yours are really good. I'm actually going to kind of start off with the whole social thing because that's probably, for me personally, that was number one.
Yeah.
I wish I was more social, especially freshman year. It wasn't really until my sophomore year, maybe like second half of freshman year.
Yeah, you were social around that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, going into sophomore year. But sophomore year, it really just skyrocketed.
It took off for you.
Yeah, like it took off to a whole different level. But I really wish I was more social. And I think being social, kind of to what you were saying, it's one, you do want to have a good group of people, good friends. But I think a lot of things is who you know.
Yes.
And even sometimes just knowing someone, even if you're not their friend, they'll still help you.
Yeah, just
especially if
associate.
you're just, especially if you're just cool with them, cordial. I also think college, you are now in a different place than you were in high school. Everything is much different.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to meet people from a whole bunch of different states, a whole bunch of different places. Typically, high school, everyone's from your same town.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I came from New York. I met you. You're from Connecticut. We had homies from Rhode Island. We had homies from New York City. We had homies from Maine. We had people all over.
All over.
So you kind of get you get different experiences because they grew up differently than you did.
Yep, true.
So I think being social is huge, and then as well as that, just networking.
Yes.
You never know who can help you.
Yeah,
You never know who could be able to aid you in your life. Kind of similar to what you were saying in terms of the professors. I've had professors help me. You know what I mean? I have professors recommend certain things for me. Crazy enough, this is not college per se, but I even had like high school professors write me like letters and stuff to help me get into college or help me get a job and stuff like that. I've got letter recommendations from professors and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
like, and they have helped me get jobs.
Add to that real quick. Make friends with other kids in other professions.
Oh, without a doubt.
Business
just make
majors,
friends with
lawyer majors.
everybody, bro.
You never
Not even
know,
just
man.
your program.
Yeah, bro. All
Everybody.
other programs.
And I think it'd be cool to join a club or something along those lines. I think that'd be really, really cool. Another thing that I learned that was huge is just learn to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, man.
You got to understand at the end of the day,
You're on your own.
it's just you. Doesn't matter how many friends you have. Doesn't matter how many homies you have, how many numbers you have, how many girls you have. It doesn't matter 'cause at the end of the day, you have to be able to live with yourself. At the end of the day, you got to lay down. When you lay down to go to bed, it's just you.
When you turn in your paper, it's just you.
It's just you.
When you talk to your professor, it's
It's
just you.
just you. When you do your homework, it's just you. So you really got to learn to be self-sufficient. Learn how to. It's okay to be alone.
Yeah.
As well as it's really good to be social.
That's so true, Tyler.
It's okay to kind of just stay in your dorm every
Yeah,
once in a
bro,
while.
it's okay.
It's okay to
It's
kind of
perfectly
just
fine.
learn yourself. And I think college is a really good place to learn yourself because now you're out of your parents' house. You have freedom that you've never had before, and you in 9 out of 10 a different place than you ever have been, especially if you're living on a campus. So learn to be self-sufficient. Learn to be alone. It's okay to be alone. Learn how to function by yourself and not necessarily have to depend on anyone else. That was a huge one for me. Now I know you talked about kind of like you go to college to essentially just focus and like basically just like don't worry too much about females and all that other stuff. Now, I had a girl in college. And I don't think it's bad to have a girl in college. This is where I did wrong. And I ain't gonna necessarily say have hoes. But I'm gonna say if you have, because this is where I went wrong. If you have a bunch of female friends and then like you get a girl, as a man, I would say don't necessarily
cut off your female friends. Yeah, I made that mistake too. Yeah,
for
I've been
real.
there. Yeah,
because they could still like they
Help
could still
you.
help you
Yep.
for real. Like they're still your friends at the end of the day.
exactly. And you wouldn't cut off your male friends just because you got a girl.
Exactly.
So don't-
and also a lot of times, especially females, they're not going to cut off their male friends just because they got a
Exactly,
dude. So it's like, why would you
exactly.
cut
Why
off
would you
your
do the
female
same?
friends for the same thing?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they can still help you. At the end of the day, still aid to you. And they're going to feel some type of way.
They
If
gonna-
you cut them off,
they
and
gonna
then
feel
now
some
that
type
you
of-
know that's your girl, you try to go back.
Yeah, they
they'll
gonna
be like,
feel
yo,
some
why
type
the
of way.
fuck?
Exactly.
Like,
And they're not gonna want to be friends with you after.
at all, bro.
Yeah, it's
they ain't
not
going
the
because they're going to feel some type of way.
Not the same no more.
So I wouldn't cut off my female friends at all, and I think that's a huge thing. Another one I would say would be, don't be afraid to say no. It's okay not to go to a party.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I remember times where people have asked me, people have asked us to go to a party or to hang out or to do something. And we're like, nah, man, I'm all right.
They're begging, bro.
Bro.
They're begging.
And it's crazy because they'll keep pestering you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Like, nah,
yep.
come on. Like, nah, I'm okay.
Nah, I
I'm
ain't
okay.
going.
Come on. We want you to come. This is this. It's okay to say no. I don't think every party is a good party to go to.
True.
I don't think that it's smart to hang out every single night.
True.
We've had friends that are partying on like Tuesdays, and
Oh
Wednesdays, and
man,
stuff.
yeah, it's like you got class in the morning.
I'm like,
man.
bro, I got a test tomorrow. Like, what you
real.
mean, bro? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So it's okay to say no. And people are going to look at you sometimes, some type of way because you say no.
And you gonna lose some friends too.
You're going to lose some friends. People going to think you weird, bro, because you don't want to party. People going to think you weird because you don't want to drink.
Yep.
But, like, that's okay. And kind of like you said earlier, like, it's okay to be different.
Yeah.
It's okay to kind of stand out. And I also think if you are different, you're going to attract
Those people.
those people.
Yep,
You'll
true.
attract the people who are right for you.
Exactly.
And that's why it's also smart to pick really good friends. Pick who your circle is with. Understand the people around you. You are, as the saying goes, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with.
True.
Like, that really is real. Like, even me and you, I know we're roommates and stuff, but we have a lot of the similar tendencies because we live together, because we hang around each other.
Yeah.
Now, if we both had really bad, if one of us had a really negative habit, I think eventually the other one will kind of pick up on it.
True. Yeah.
Because it's kind of just how it is. So it's really smart to pick the right people to be around. And also understand this, me and Trey have experienced this shit firsthand for real. The people you start college off with, understand there's a good chance by the time you graduate, they ain't going to be there.
Yeah, man.
We had a really good friend group. It was a pretty decent size.
It was a decent
It was a
group.
pretty
Yeah.
decent size.
Yeah.
And at the end of the 4 years, it was just me and Trey.
It was just 2 of us, bro.
Everyone else was gone.
Yeah, it was just us.
And it's crazy because we had conversations of, yo, we're going to live together this year. We're going to get a quad. We're going to do this.
With all those people.
Exactly, bro. These are going to be fantastic 4 years. We're all going to graduate together. We're going to do this. We made all these plans. And they all left.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because freshman year, if you were to ask 18-year-old Tyler, 18-year-old Trey, 18-year-old the rest of the homies, like that would have never happened.
Yeah, nah.
We would have went through college.
We'll finish out.
We would have finished out together and all that. So, like, understand the person who you chilling with now, there's a good chance they finna drop out.
Yeah, man.
Or something happens and they got to leave.
Yeah.
Or maybe even you mess around and drop out.
Exactly.
So, like, understand there's a chance that you're not going to be with the same people you started with day one. Eventually, people are going to slowly fall off. And you kind of got to be okay with that. It's unfortunate because we had some really good friends and really good people leave.
True, man.
but it kind of is just the way of life.
It's the way of the
It is
world.
what it is. You got to accept it. And another thing I would say, this will be my last point, will be whatever good habits you have going into college, keep those good habits. And I'll say this. I know I talk about the gym a lot, but it's been pretty influential in my life. I used to go to the gym. I still go to the gym every day. But going into college, I used to go to the gym all the time, every single day. And when I went to college, I stopped. And a lot of that was just due to, all right, well, I'm in a different area. I don't know where the gym is necessarily. Oh, this person wants to go hang out. Okay, maybe I'll go hang out. This person wants to do this. I'm going to go do this. I fell off my diet. The meal plan was whatever. I was eating fucking French fries every single day. You know what I'm saying? And I understand to a certain extent, because if you're a broke college student, you really got to
You just eat what you get your hands
eat
on.
what you got to eat. I ain't got mama's cooking no more. I get ramen. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But there were certain habits that I had that were good. Like waking up early all the time, going to the gym, making sure I did this, making sure I did that I kind of let go to the wayside. And that, I think, had a big effect on me, an effect on kind of like my mental health during that time. And it wasn't until I was like, all right, bro, like you kind of fucking up. We got to get back on track. That things kind of also started to get better for me. And I think it's a huge thing in terms of peer pressure, that a lot of kids will have good habits, go to college,
Peer pressured into the
peer
bad ones.
pressure into the bad ones, or like other people look at you some type of way because you have those good habits. They'll call you lame, or they'll say some shit to you.
Yep.
And now because you want to fit in, you're going to drop those habits.
You're going to try to drop those
You're going to
habits.
drop those habits and do what they're doing. Kind of like you were saying, a lot of people are followers.
Yeah.
They're going to start following what other people are doing. And now you're picking up on these bad habits.
Yep.
And you might have had a whole stack of good habits, but now just because you're worried about what someone else was going to say to you,
You're picking up the bad ones.
you pick up the bad ones. So whatever good habits you have, whatever that is, once you go to college, regardless of what anyone says, whether it's not drinking, not smoking, going to the gym, waking up early, whatever it is, like keep those good habits.
True.
'Cause
Stay true
they're-
to yourself.
Exactly. Stay true to yourself, because that's really what's going to help you stay down. And if you know they're good, why would you stop something that's good for you?
Exactly, man.
That shit makes no sense.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Facts.